Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing another, well technically it's not a 1 OCP video, but I haven't done any of these in a while. And ever since episode 19 came out with the Issgard Land of the Snowflowers, I haven't really made any showcase of the gears or the enchants you can get from this. And now, obviously we made one. And this is entirely built around the Hawk Rush build for the Windhawk. Yeah, initially we have the obviously the Issgard crown that you can get from the Cthulhu mileage. Basically combos with the Glacier weapon, and it's for the long range ones. So Glacier bow here for additional attack boost, and obviously we didn't grade it, and we just left it at +9, just because there's really no point. For the card, we have the Abysmal King Dramo card here that combos with the Abysmal Merman card just for the additional critical damage. You'll see it later. For the armor, we have the Snowflower armor combos with the Snowflower Mantu, attack +50. For the enchants, we have physical defense, shooter for additional attack and long range damage, and aimed rush for the additional Hawk Rush damage, and aim bolt. I mean, you know. And obviously the Ancient Mimic card combos with the Treasure Mimic card for additional crit damage as well. Again, Snowflower Mantu combos with the Snowflower Boots for the additional 15% critical damage, which definitely helps in this build. We got Luck, obviously, for the critical damage at the end. Critical for the, well, obviously critical damage. And the Powerful for technically an all-around enchant for melee, magic, and long range, which is really good. And the Treasure Mimic card, obviously, combos with the Ancient Mimic card. You know, probably see a lot more combos around this later. Next, the Snowflower Boots combos with the Snowflower Armor for additional 7% attack, which isn't really that big, but, you know, still a good combo. We have Robust for the HP and SP increase. We have FCT. I would rather have put like a better enchant on here, but, you know, works out in the end. And of course, Fatal Flash for the additional 25% critical damage on proc, and the Abysmal Merman card for the critical damage 15% combo with the Abysmal King Dramo card. Now for the accessories, we have Snowflower Pendant, we have Dex, we have All Force, of course, and we have Critical for the 12% critical damage increase. For the card, obviously the Void Mimic card combos with the Treasure Mimic card. So it's 15% critical damage base plus another 15% with the combo. So that's up to 30%. And Snowflower Ring, obviously same enchant except the Luck, but still All Force and Fatal. And obviously the Void Mimic card, just because the 15% critical damage is just too good to pass up, even if it doesn't have a second combo. For the weapon, we have the Glacier bow. Obviously, we've got the LRD enchants here, POW 8. We got critical for additional critical damage, of course. We got physical property for the property damage, physical race for the race damage, and we have aimed rush for the additional Hawk Rush damage, and Hawk Boomerang if you wanna run that. But it's basically really just around Hawk Rush, and doesn't have a card. You know, you can't put a card on here, so that's why the 4 enchants. For the shadows, we have the Windhawk shadows with a full set. You get 50% depth penetration, and when you have the entire everything else, like 2 sets in total, you get 20% rest penetration, which helps with those higher level MVPs. Con 3 and the Hawk Rush enchant, of course, Windhawk Soul. For the boots, same thing, or shoes. Con 3, Windhawk Soul, Hawk Rush. For the shield, we have, you know, Dex 5 and Con 3. There you go. And that's the first half of the combo. Next is the Windhawk Shadow Earring combos with the Master Shadow Weapon. And, you know, with a full combo, you get the 50% depth penetration. Still the same, Con 3, Hawk Rush enchant. Same goes for the pendant, you know, just to complete the combo. And of course the Master Shadow Weapon to round everything out, just so that you can get 100% depth penetration and 20% res penetration, again for your higher level MVPs. We got Assassin's Cross 2 upper, the combos with the GX2 garment. We got the Sniper Stone 2 middle, or you can run a Lex Stone, which I use from time to time. For the lower, we have the GX lower stone, just because when it combos with the GX2 garment, you get 15% race damage, or yeah, damage to all races. And GX2 stone, obviously for the garment, you know, initial 15% critical damage, plus when it combos with the Assassin's Cross 2 stone upper, you get another 15%, so that's 30% in total. And we have the Con Stone Dual for additional Con 5. Helps with the Hawk Rush damage as well as the proc weight. So let's go ahead and do a damage test to see how good or probably how bad this set is. Alright, first we're going to try the neutral dummy. Medium, of course. We were doing about 36 million damage. Okay, we've procced Fatal Flash. That's what it was. And we're doing about 37 million, so 1 million more, but yeah. Given that the Hawk is force neutral, yeah. Speaking of elemental damage, because the Hawk is force neutral, it's gonna do the same amount of damage. Let's just try to proc Fatal Flash here. Okay, there we go. And yeah, we're doing the same amount of damage as it were a neutral enemy. So yeah, that's what happens when the skill is force neutral. Alright guys, that's it. So fairly decent damage, considering that you know, you got the rest penetration and depth penetration on here, even though the rest is just 20%. But you know, ultimately it's not a very good set. I would dissuade you from actually trying this, just because you actually get a lot more value for your money if you're actually going for OCPs or Kachua. So again, it's not the best option, even though it is very hard to obtain. You're better off spending your money elsewhere. Nonetheless, I still did it just because I wanted to I guess have this in my collection and just, you know, give the whole F2P vibe a try, but obviously it fails every time. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.